This weekend. Let's take a look at this.
Ballard challenge for the header. Marino is bleeding. Anything's checked there, VAR?
It looks like Ballard catches Marino with an elbow before he heads the ball away.
If it was anywhere else on the pitch, would it be a free kick?
Absolutely.
And what do you think we'd give here if it was Xhaka that did the elbow when he played for Arsenal?
Oh, penalty, red card, 10-match ban, no question.
Probably. But no, seriously, what we're doing here?
Well, it depends how you look at it. You could argue it's a contact sport, and it's a natural position for a defender jumping for a header.
But you could also argue that if defenders always elbow you when challenging for a header, then it's going to be quite difficult to win a header.
We do let Van Dijk throw an elbow every week, though.
True.
Okay, this week I think we say it's a natural position and play on.
But we'll probably give the exact same thing as a foul next match, because what is our slogan as match officials?
Inconsistency is key.
Okay, Xhaka bundles into Eze. No foul, too soft. Supermende, that one is a foul.
What have you given a foul for there?
Supermende bundles into Isidore.
But that's the exact same thing Xhaka did literally 5 seconds ago.
No, it was not the same. Supermende actually got the ball. Xhaka didn't.
So why have you given a free kick against Supermende if you just said he got the ball?
I panicked. You know what, let me give Supermende a yellow card. That'll make it seem more legit.
That doesn't make it seem more legit.
Look, who cares? It's a free kick in the middle of the pitch. Sunderland aren't going to score for it. Oh, they've scored. Calafiori, you pushed the Sunderland player in the back. That's a foul.
It was actually a Sunderland player who pushed Calafiori into another Sunderland player, and you've given a free kick to Sunderland for that.
Okay.
The only way we can beat you.
Free kick, Ronaldo on Saka.
That's Ronaldo's second cynical foul on Saka, by the way.
Yeah, I've got it. Don't worry. Free kick to Sunderland. Calafiori, be careful. That's your second foul. I've given Ronaldo another chance, so you get one more chance as well, okay? Okay, Eze's chasing down the bouncing ball with Ballard. Ballard's panicking. He pushes Eze over.
Surely he's going to give a foul for this. Okay, good. He's making sense again.
Free kick to Sunderland. Okay, Saka dribbling on the right against Ronaldo. Ronaldo, that's a foul. You've pulled him by the shorts. It's blatant.
That's his fifth foul on Saka now.
Ronaldo, you got to be careful. You're on a yellow card.
You haven't given him a yellow card yet.
Haven't I? Oh, Ronaldo, yellow card. How about let him get away with 5 fouls without booking him? What am I like? Okay, Calafiori goes for a swing of the ball. He misses it and rugby tackles Hume to the ground.
You know what to do here. Hume was taken down by Calafiori, who stopped a promising attack, so...
Yeah, free kick, no further action.
That foul is a yellow card in itself, let alone it being Calafiori's 5th foul.
Yeah, but look at him, he's a supermodel. You wouldn't give my jammer a yellow card, would you?
It's a clear yellow card.
When it comes to Calafiori, face card, yes. Yellow card, no. Okay, Roofs, you've had the ball in your hand for 10 seconds now.
Remember, you've got to give a corner if it's in the goalkeeper's hands for more than 8 seconds.
I thought we only did that if Liverpool needed a goal.
Are you feeling all right? You're not like under the weather or feeling a bit sick or something?
No, I feel great. This is one of my best performances this season.
One of his best? What does he think one of his bad performances looks like?
Well done, boys. Good process.
I love it. It's so I could watch that. I only ever watch it when you put it up on here. But he is. There's two things. One, it's probably not far off if we had the audio.
Yeah.
And two, I think it's just so damaging to the PGMOL. Having had feedback from them, they will not like that at all. And that's the way to do it. Because I think when you go, you see it on Twitter, they're corrupt, they're incompetent. They've got ammunition then. They're like, oh, you're saying you might find yourself in court for that. You're basically saying we're cheating. But that is brilliant because that really does have the potential to just keep going viral every week. It's really, really watchable. It's really, really funny. And it takes the piss out of them. And I think it's, it's true. Like, I mean, I watched the Man City Liverpool game and there was Vardiel went through a Liverpool player, absolutely went through him. And I thought that's a yellow card based on the soft yellow cards you've already been given. And he just goes, play on. And it's the same bloody ref. It's the same ref. You literally gave a yellow card to Bernardo Silva for way less than that. And they're sort of like, I don't know how their brains work. Like, my lad's 8, and he would remember the way he's refereeing a game. It's almost like they go, I've just given a yellow card for that. That's 3 times as bad. Play on. And you go, what? I don't know how they work. It's like, maybe, I mean, I'd love to do it, but I don't know. Maybe when you're doing it, you have a brain fart. I don't know.
Well, I was told by somebody today, I'm not going to reveal too much. So the overlap has come out, and someone I know that was on it. And they filmed 2 episodes at once. So I think there's another one coming out next week. They filmed them both at the same time, or one after the other. And there's an ex-referee, I'm not going to say who, because I'm not going to reveal too much, who's on next week. And I was like, what was that like? And the feedback I got was, it's just the sheer arrogance that comes out of them, the way they defend things, the things they say. But that arrogance stems from there being no recourse. And we spoke about children earlier on in the show. You must have seen kids, whether they're friends with your children or at the same school as them, who do something naughty, but the parents always saying, "No, don't. It's not you. It's the teachers." Those kids just grow up to be arrogant, horrible, irresponsible, and become referees. And they never learn to take accountability for the things that they get wrong. And they end up they have a very warped sense of what's right and wrong. And referees are in that space. I don't believe there is any real review. I don't think there is any. I don't think there's any recourse for making mistakes. I think they just can almost do what they want, and they end up believing. I think they end up believing that their mistakes are not mistakes, and it's Arsenal fans moaning, it's Man United fans crying, it's Liverpool fans kicking off. And what I notice more than anything is the overlap. I've done it on a few occasions, and all the other kind of the mainstream media outlets acting as kind of fan channels now. They do this thing where they bring them on and they let them spit, and there's no real challenge. There's a few little bits of challenge here and there. I wonder what's going to be kept in the show, but they're not held to account. We know that Howard Webb's going to be questioned by Owen. Owen's going to say, so why is it different from the one against Wolves? He's going to give a very generic, undetailed answer, and Michael Owen will go, thank you so much for clearing that up, and they just move on. And the world and the media go, great. So I'm not surprised by any of this. I think it's not that difficult to make them more consistent. You do it by reprimanding mistakes. That's it.
It's funny, actually, because I know people who know 2 or 3 Premier League referees. I think 1 or 2 of them are ex now. And I was out one night and we were talking. They were like, "Oh, you want to be careful. He comes in here quite a lot." And I'm like, And they were like, "Well, he can look after himself and he'll be aware of what you've said." I went, "Oh, good. So he can probably walk in and beat the shit out of me, but he can't referee a football match. You know, well done." He does look out. He's down the gym a lot. He's quite Muslim. It should be. I tell you what, he should be at home on YouTube a lot, watching fucking how to referee a football match, because I couldn't give a shit whether he beats the shit out of me. He's still a shit referee.
What ref's good at fighting? What ref's good at fighting?
Andre Mariner was quite big. Oh, I've given the name away now. But look, yeah, they're very arrogant. Yeah, the feedback, like, I'm not going to give names, it's not fair, but some of the serving referees now that you might have an issue with, I know people who know them, and they are very up their own arse. And I suppose you've got to be to a certain extent, because if you weren't, you'd be a rabbit in the headlights, wouldn't you? But
yeah,
just learn the game. The thing that annoys me about arrogance is just this. If I could be in a room with them, I'd say, look, I've said some bad stuff, of course, and I'm not going to apologize for that. But look, if we're going to get on, all I want you to do is go and watch the Bundesliga for 2 weeks. Watch how they let the game flow. Watch how the crowd react to that. Watch how there's so many goals. They've got the best crowds. They've got more goals than everybody else. And the games are really, really, they flow a lot. You are preventing that. You need to realize you are preventing that, because you stop the game all the time. When it's a free kick, you let it be a minute before it's taken. When it's a throw-in, you let it be 30 seconds before it's taken. Your job, these footballers have been fitter than they've ever been. Get the game flowing. Flow the game. If you have to give a foul, say get on with it. Don't stand there going, just get the game flowing. That's what your job is. And
if you want to watch more Bundesliga Friday nights on That's Football, you can tune in to Mark's watch-alongs and watch them. But I agree. I think that there is, look, forget the illegal things that David Coote has done for a moment. The way he spoke about Klopp, I just wouldn't be surprised if that's a very regular thing throughout the entirety of the PGMOL. Why? Because we've heard a lot of ex-referees like Pohl and others on things like the overlap talk about how they held grudges. I think Graham Pohl said words to the effect of, if a fan base gave me stick from the crowd, I'd hold it against them in the next game. And I sit there and think, well, if we know anecdotally from referees this goes on, we've seen what's happened with David Coote. You look what's going on currently in Turkey with their referees. And for anyone to think it's just going to be in Turkey is stupid. There, for me, needs to be an independent investigation into the PGMOL. 1, to rule out any type of corruption, and 2, to investigate what they do to maintain integrity and to maintain as much consistency as possible. I feel like there's almost no process around that whatsoever. And some of their decisions cost individuals thousands. They cost football teams millions. And I think we've had a lot of nonsense this year for me about long throws killing the Premier League from people like Jamie Carragher. No, the media like you protecting the PGMOL, I think, is far more damaging to our game than any of that. And yeah, it's a worry. It's a concern. It really, really is. Viewers, do us a favor, please. If you haven't done so already, can you please hit that like button, please, and get this shared across your social media platforms? Refs are like police. All got bullied at school. Oh,
what a load of fucking bollocks. I used to smoke. I had loads of women, and when I mean at school, I mean women. They were, they were queuing up. No, you know what? Actually, I will give an honest answer here. I was in the police many years ago. There are people in there who were bullied at school. They go in there, and it's a power thing. There's a lot of people who are just normal people. There's some really good ones in there, and obviously there's some people who are bullied at school. And I think the officiating needs to be like that. Like you think about Kalina, that we have had. I'm trying to think of a good. Howard Webb wasn't a bad referee, No, he wasn't a bad referee. He was okay. Everyone said he was pro Man United, but I don't think he really was. I think he wasn't a bad referee. The problem is, it's not hard to be a good referee in the Premier League, but as we saw at the weekend, Michael Oliver's on VAR, and it's almost like he's the Empire, and that's Darth Vader on the pitch. Darth Vader's doing what the Emperor says.
Yeah,
it's hard. I reckon there might be some good referees coming through, but the cartel at the top is like, we're the top dogs, Taylor and Oliver, and they sort of like overrule everybody else with their incompetency. But look, I'm sure there are some good referees. When I go and I watch a lot of amateur football, like with Seb and my daughter and stuff. Some really good referees, and they get some horrible treatment on the touchlines. But it's like Ollie said. A couple of bad apples ruin the fruit bowl.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I think as well, this happens in life in general. People can be really good at a certain level, and then they get to the top. They get the money, they get the attention, and people do change. But that's why I think you need a system in place to essentially keep their feet as firmly on the ground as possible. This year.